Thanks for tuning in to Talking eBay. Today we're talking about eBay Open 2023. We're going to do a recap and just go over a little bit about what happened those 3 days, the schedule from the 27th, 28th, and 29th. So here's a snapshot, a little screenshot of what actually happened that day. They had so many things going on. They had a lot of sessions happening. There was a lot of keynotes going on. There was just a real lot of things happening. And it was a really well laid out. There was no crashes. There was no issues whatsoever with eBay and their servers. It was really well run. I have to say a shout out definitely to eBay for putting this on. It was really smooth. So what were the tips and what were the highlights of the day? So let's go over the 27th. And you can see here tips on inventory management. They gave you tips on management, how to manage your inventory, how to keep track of it, things like that. Economic forces, shaping consumer spending habits. They went a little bit about that. Resources for sellers, where to find things to help you out, things like that. Ship internationally, make money worldwide. So that was a huge deal as far as the international shipping. They changed a lot of things, eBay. So basically what they did is they removed the strain on sellers for eBay sellers for international, which means basically once you ship out an item to eBay and once it's received to the hub, you are no longer responsible for that item. It is sold, it is done, it's not coming back, because anything that does come back, eBay will take and eat and get rid of on their own. They're basically just, if they has a return or something happens to that product, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It's nothing to do with you any longer. Once it goes to the hub, you are done. You don't have to worry about that package whatsoever. All the customs, all the information, all the shipping, all the logistics are all done by eBay. So that's really good news. That's actually something new. You don't have to worry about a package coming back to you. You don't have to worry about return shipping. So you definitely can ship international. It does take away some of that friction that people had about shipping. So that's really good news on eBay's part. So definitely a bravo to eBay for doing that. That was a big deal. eBay motors and parts and accessories. I'm not really involved in eBay motors and parts, but that was available. Sneakers and streetwear is huge. I don't know if you knew this, but sneakers and streetwear, huge, really big industry, especially on eBay. You get a lot of the sneaker heads, a lot of the streetwear. Got people just love that kind of stuff. So that's really big. They had a big talk about that. Luxury at eBay, luxury brands, they do authentication, which is really cool. So they'll actually take your product and authenticate it, make sure it's legit when it goes out. And also if somebody returns it, they'll actually do it again and make sure you're getting the right product back. So it's not a counterfeit, which is a really big deal. So that's a really good thing. So eBay looks out for the buyers and the sellers. And that's one thing that eBay really does that a lot of people, I don't think, appreciate enough of. eBay looks out for both ends, which is nice. U.S. apparel was a big thing, investing in fashion behind the scenes, different things like that. You can really get into a really deep with eBay. You can do a lot of different things, which is really nice. They talked about eBay Live last year. Remember, I don't know if anybody watched last year's, and they talked about actually doing almost like a whatnot. You can do live from your eBay account, and I don't know if that's available yet. They talk about things and things don't happen. I don't know, but that's one thing they kind of touched on, but then it kind of fell off. So I don't know what's happening with that. If anybody knows, leave some comments, let me know. The evolution, promoted listings, advanced, things like that. So how to promoted listings, coupons, making offers, really working the whole site to benefit you. Promoted listings, they talked a lot about promoted listings, and that is a big deal. I don't do that, but I do also. I offer 60-day returns. I charge for shipping. So everybody has their own way of doing things depending on the market or the product line that you're selling. That makes a difference. So it does depend. If it's a lot of competition, let's say, then you have to offer free shipping, you have to offer free returns and free shipping. There's a lot of things you have to do to compete in that marketplace. So depending what you have, I do a lot of collectibles and hard to find items. So you can be more picky. You can charge what you want. You can charge shipping. You have more control when it comes to collectibles and things of that nature. Comics are huge, toys, coins, big deals. These are all a lot of big things. This is all in just the first day they were talking about. Electronics. So electronics, they have a new program coming out with electronics. Basically, what happens is that you get into the program and then you sell refurbished electronics. So if you know how to refurbish, and it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a technician. They made this pretty clear. If it works, you tested it, and it functions correctly, then that is a refurbished item. In other words, That's what they're counting as refurbished. You don't have to take it apart, strip it down, put it all back together. They didn't say that. They said basically, and this is actually very interesting, if it works and all the functionalities work, then you can categorize it as refurbished, which is really cool. But you got to get into the program. I did apply for that, so we'll see what happens to that. Save time and money with shipping labels, collecting collectible game cards. It's really trending right now. Pokemon is still hot. Things like that. Home interior, fashion, things like that. Creating listings buyer you love. So creating a listing buyers will love. So they give you some tips and tricks about creating good listings. And then they had a keynote. So they had a lot of things going on. This is just the first day. It was packed with information. So if you've never been to an eBay Open, I think they're going to continue the hybrid, I think, online. So they'll be a little bit online. And also, I hope it's live. We used to go live all the time. We used to go to Las Vegas. They had eBay Live back in the day. Then they have eBay Open. So hopefully they'll continue that trend of bringing it back live, because it was just really cool to meet everybody and talk to everybody and share stories. And that's what's cool about that was really cool about that. Okay, so that was the 27th. On the 28th, let's see. Let me take a look here. So take action, amp up support caused by eBay charity. So eBay charity was really huge. So that was really a big deal. eBay giving back to the community, charity, really huge to do that. They had a keynote session again. They had turn your hobby into a full-time business. Now I did do a podcast on that last segment, and I really think that's huge. A lot of people don't realize that you're doing a hobby and you can turn it into a business, and you can use eBay as a platform to market that business. So that's really good. So if you're doing something that you love, I don't care what it is, if you're building model airplanes, or if you're selling whatever it is, your crafts, doesn't matter. You can make it a business, which is kind of cool. So there's a lot to learn with that as well. And that's really interesting. Utilizing eBay data for your sourcing decisions. So you can actually use Terapeak and look at product trends, look at pricing, see where things are going, market certain times of the year. Let's say, for instance, you have an item that's a Christmas item, and you found it in July. And yeah, it could sell in July for sure, but you can look at the data and say, okay, this specific item in December sells for $90, but the rest of the year only sells for $60. So you'll put it for $90 and you know it's going to sell during Christmas time, or you can lower the price and sell it throughout the year. So you can have that data to tell you, to drive your decision making. That's what the data is good for. 4th of July stuff. You want to sell it during 4th of July. When's the best time? Is it June, July? Is it after July 4th, before July 4th? So there's a lot of information about utilizing the data with Terapeak, and I'll be making more videos about that and teaching you how to utilize that format with Terapeak. It's a great tool. Marketing tools and strategies to bring in buyers. There was a conference on that. Retailer, let's see what else they have. Loyalty buyers, marketing strategies, turn your eBay hustle into a full-time income. Again, so if you're doing a side hustle, if you like yard selling and you like doing these type of things, let's say you're doing yard selling and you want to do a flea market. Okay, great. So now you have that side hustle, but now you can also take that side hustle and put it on eBay, because now you have a global market. So don't look at eBay as the only thing. Look at it as part of a business, a part of your life, because it really can be. It's just amazing the opportunities you have with eBay. So it's just an amazing opportunity. So definitely look at that. Practical tips for sourcing high ROI. That's a return on investment. So there's different ways of doing that. There's a whole program on that, and that was the 28th. And on the 29th, let's go over this here. So they had debunking. What's it say? Debunking myths about eBay international shipping. Again, international shipping is really easy now. You don't have to worry about it. You ship it and you forget it and you're done. They had another keynote, how to win with Gen Z. So Gen Z is really popular now. I mean, eBay's bringing in a lot of the Gen Z factor, the Generation X, all this kind of stuff to really ramp into what they're looking for with sneakers and clothing and collectible cards and ETFs, just everything, whatever. I mean, so many things, right? Practical tools for new aspiring eBay sellers. So Terapeak is huge, really good. Gives you all the information, one dashboard. You can control everything from that dashboard, which is super important as well. Building buyer and seller trust is important. Feedback, be honest with your sellers. I mean, with your buyers. Be honest, be upfront. be transparent. Don't hide anything. I always tell you that with all my videos. Always be transparent. Always be honest. It's so important. Let's see, eBay payment flexibility, payouts, and stuff. They're going to simplify that as well. They're going to work on that. So if you have an auction, you're going to get paid immediately. It's no more waiting. They're fixing a lot of things. It's taking a long time, but I don't know why. But it's taking time. But they're getting it. They're going to get it. They're eventually going to hopefully add video for the phone into your listing instead of downloading it to the desktop and putting it into eBay. That's a pain. So hopefully they'll fix that. Grow your business using SEO. Social media was a really big topic. Using social media to help grow your business. They were talking about so much stuff going on. There was a ton of stuff here, but the really big takeaway I got from it is that AI is going to be huge. Now listen to this. So what they're doing is integrating AI into the eBay app. So you're going to use your eBay app to scan an item. You got to scan the item, and you don't even know what the item is. Let's just say, for instance, you found a yard drawer, whatever it is, something that you don't even know what it is. You take a picture with eBay. eBay is going to search a database, search the internet. It's going to tell you what it is. It's going to fill in the item specifics. It's going to give you an idea what it should sell for. It's going to put all the photos in, and it's going to pretty much list it for you. All you have to do is set your price and your parameters, and that's it. So it's going to take a lot of guesswork out of what you're doing. It's going to make it easy for everybody. And it's going to kind of level the playing field too, because everyone's going to have the same technology. So it's going to be interesting how that plays out. But AI is huge. Writing titles for you, fixing the photos in the background. They're fixing the higher resolution for photos with your phone. They're just doing a ton of stuff in the background. So I've even noticed the resolution being a little bit better quality as well on my photos. So if you notice that as well, that'd be great. Leave some comments. Let me know. So it's just so much going on with eBay 2023, and that was just a small snippet. There's so much more happening in the background. So that's what I have for you. Just want to give you a quick update for eBay 2023. Just what I got out of it. I'm going to look at some of the replays and watch them again and just get in depth because everything was happening so fast. I was jumping from room to room to room. So that was a downfall about being online, that it really couldn't focus on one because you just jumped all around. When you go live, when you're in person, you don't do that. You pretty much stay in the room and you focus, you ask questions and you meet people and you network, and it's a little different. They did have network sessions as well, and they had different rooms throughout the day. That we had in a New Hampshire room and a Florida room, and people from different eBay organizations, and in those there was always a representative from eBay that was in that room as well. So I have any questions and things like that. So it was really well run. I have to tell you, this was the best one they did so far. I'm just hoping they don't just keep this. I'm hoping they can use this platform and integrate live, like on location, like and then incorporate this as well in the background, or maybe have a separate crew that does this, and then you can have the people in eBay as well. But all the conferences could be all wired into this, all the speakers and everything could be all the same, but just both, because I just love being live, and that's just about the eBay community is so cool that they have that. So if you've never been to an actual eBay event, it's super fun, it's super exciting. And on Talking eBay, we're going to bring some live. So if they go back live, we're going to be doing some live streaming. We're going to be doing some broadcasting there. We'll do some Talking eBay there as well. Some podcasting, do a little bit of everything. So that's what I have for you today. Just wanted to make a quick wrap up of eBay Open 2023. A lot of things are coming our way. And eBay is definitely there to help you and grow your business. And that's what I have for you. And I want to thank everybody I was actually chatting with a lot of people on the eBay Open, and I received over 150 new subscribers on my channel, on my YouTube channel. If you don't know, I have a YouTube channel called Talking eBay and also a podcast called Talking eBay. And I want to thank every one of them for definitely subscribing. And I'm doing a giveaway. And when I get to 500 subscribers, I am giving away a eBay branded stainless steel tumbler for this one. And then the next 500, I'm giving away some more swag, hats and other things too. So follow along. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe. And if you listen to this podcast, definitely follow along for that as well. And I appreciate everyone as always. I really do a chat with everybody and hope everyone's doing well. And if you have any questions or concerns, definitely reach out to me and I'll be glad to help you. I appreciate it as always, and I'll see you at the next one.